What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So they have officially added the lovely Pagani Utopia. Honestly, I'm pretty surprised they added it. I was actually not expecting this car to be in the game. Also, is there another racing game with the Pagani in there? I'm not 100% sure. Let me know in the comments below. I don't know if the Utopia is in another racing game. I was thinking that maybe Forza had it, but again, I'm not really sure on that. My goodness, look at blue on this thing. That is beautiful. You know what's kind of funny though is I do like the regular like cream type of color on there. Looks really nice. Man, look at those rims. This car is legit a work of art. It is just beautiful. Like look at it. A lot of people might be like, "Ah, it's just a Pagani, bro." This thing is absolutely beautiful. Will I ever see one in real life? Hopefully, maybe one might be in Miami one day. Who knows? I can go check that thing out if it's ever at one of the dealerships. But as of right now, I might have to make it orange because I really love orange or blue. Let's go blue here. Don't want to waste any time on this. Anyways, guys, you can also customize it, which I was not expecting. Normally with some cars like this, you would think like, yeah, the licensing issues and stuff like that, I probably can't customize it. But no, you can actually customize the Utopia, which is crazy. So some of the front bumpers have like some carbon on them on the bottom there. Have like a splitter. I actually like the way that looks. It doesn't look weird. Like sometimes the proportions are off. That probably has to do with like the maybe wide body kit. Then the final one has like the pieces coming down there holding up that front, kind of like the splitter, which I do think doesn't look terrible on the car, but for some odd reason I just can't find myself to customize it. And that's probably going to come down to the fact that if you were able to buy one of these, you are most likely not going to customize it. There is 9 other fenders, bro. What in the world? Okay, so that changes like the front of like the top of the hood. Ooh, that's actually kind of sweet looking. Not gonna lie, like the carbon on that. Then we have the vents on the front of the hood. Another carbon with the vents. Then we have, are you serious right now? Is that a wide body Utopia? Is that seriously a wide body Utopia? Bruh, like, there's no way. And you know what's funny though is the wide body on this car doesn't actually look that bad. Sometimes they look kind of odd or they really don't fit it. This car does look pretty dang cool. Like, I do like it. The only thing I'm wondering though is would Pagani actually let you do that? I would probably say no. Okay, so there's only one rim, and I would guarantee everybody's going to keep the stock rims on the car because nobody wants chrome colored rims, am I right? Probably not. That's kind of ugly. Then we also have the caliper color. So my car is blue, so you know what I have to do. Gotta go with yellow. And then moving over to the mirrors here. It looks like it makes the stem carbon. That's kind of cool. Kind of like that. Let's add that to it. Got the carbon there. Moving over. Oh, that makes the whole side of the car carbon. Oh, that adds like a whole piece. So you know what's crazy is everything fits it too. Like nothing sticks super far out. Doesn't look kind of odd like many cars have it. And guys, you probably know me pretty well by now. I have to leave that thing, regular. Even though carbon looks pretty dope. Really liking that strap there. That's really cool. Remember seeing that on some of the Wyros in real life. Really like that small piece of detail. There's the back of the car, the wide body. Kind of like that a bit. Again, it doesn't look terrible. If you guys actually want a crazy wide body Utopia, this is the way to do it. Ooh, look at that carbon. That's sweet. Got the top of it carbon. Also have the back piece of it. Okay, that wing looks... Ooh, look at that wing on there. You know, I gotta give them credit, guys. Like, they actually did a great job with the customization. What in the world is that? That looks different. I don't know about that. I kind of like the regular stock one, but then again, the carbon one's looking kind of sweet. Should we do it? See, I don't know if I like the way the carbon looks. Man, I'm weird. I can definitely say that. Moving over to the rear bumper, so we have the carbon there. We have the splitter with the carbon piece down there. Oh, and the light pieces are those lights? I think they are. Then we have the splitter things on that one. Then ooh. Okay, look at that one's a pretty nice rear bumper. I like that. Okay, it's getting crazier as we go along this here. So I don't think the exhaust changing. Oh, wait, it does. Oh, I just noticed that. Okay, so it does change on that one. I do like that. That looks kind of odd, though. That's a stock one. And from the looks of it, I do believe it's only going to be the 5th one unless maybe the 10th one changes it. And there's the 10th one. So the 10th one only has like that piece similar to the 5th piece there where the bottom of it's bigger. So if you guys do want like a different exhaust tip on that, you're going to have to go with these two. Kind of like it. Still kind of mix on leaving the car stock because I'm weird like that, but I just figured if you would have a beauty like the Utopia, why actually change it? Then again, being able to have the entire car carbon would actually look pretty insane. So the entire interior is red, but my car is blue, so how would this thing look yellow? Maybe something like that with yellow seats. Add that one. Ooh, we could do the middle piece. Oh, look at that. The whole thing changes. Bro, that looks crazy. Look at that. So you could do the whole thing. Okay, it's like a painted. Is that like a nice, just like matte black finish type of thing? You know I gotta go with carbon, man. Like, even though I really love like the brighter look, like I actually have seen this in Pagani's. So I do like the way it looks having like that brighter look, but man, look at carbon. We gotta do carbon fiber. We have to. So that is indeed going to do it for the lovely customization of the Utopia here. Let's go and do an outside look right now because I am legit dying to drive this thing. So now spawning outside with the Utopia, the first thing I did notice is this is actually a big car. Like, imagine trying to back this thing up. Also pretty sure you can barely see out of it, so you might have to like open the door and hang out the side of it. Which I know you're probably like, well, yeah, okay, Block, like you're not going to open the door and hang out the side and back it up. But I have actually seen people do that in a Diablo because you also can't see out of that car. Also, guys, looking at this interior, my goodness, it is absolutely beautiful. Oh, look at the gear changes! That is so dope in the middle. They actually added that. How many gears does this thing have? 7? That is a really cool detail. Also, being in Motorfest, you get a lovely full steering wheel lock. I love the way that they actually did that in the game. But looking around the lovely interior, guys, I really do love this. Also, this thing is a 7-speed manual. Legit a Mercedes-Benz twin-turboed V12. That is a manual. This thing it has to be crazy to drive, bro. Absolutely insane. Love to be in one day and actually go for a ride or even drive one. Who knows? Could be possible. And you can also see like the AC vent things coming off the top of the dash there. Love the way they actually did a different design instead of, putting them into like the dash of the car there. So I like that. Also see all the buttons there and the dials. I don't see any of them moving unless I'm tripping. Then again, how much detail do you actually need? This thing looks insane. Also, guys, let's take a listen. To say I am lost for words on the way this car sounds, that's probably going to be an understatement. Wow, this thing sounds incredible, guys. Also, I feel like everybody is going to buy it. Like, how can you not want a Utopia? Like, it's legit. Is it any racing game? I don't really know. But even if it is, we actually have a brand new Pagani in Motorfest. Like, that's crazy. Okay, cars just spawn out of nowhere. That's pretty cool. Let's go drive it here on the highway or at least on a faster road to see what it can do, though. Now, we all do know right now, guys, hypercars are probably going to be fairly balanced in the game, I guess, a little bit. Maybe, unless I'm kind of tripping out. We all do know which hypercars are good, and sometimes some of them aren't. But I do want to see what, like, the top speed of this car can get to if I can't do it over here. Might have to spawn over to a different highway. But initial first impressions, though, I feel like this is going to be the kind of car everybody is going to buy regardless of if it's actually good or not. Like, let's say the car doesn't handle good or, even like the acceleration might not be that great. People are still going to buy it, guys. Like, it's a brand new Pagani. I even bought it because I'm like, you know what? I don't even care if it's bad because I'm going to drive it anyway. Gonna mess around with it, do some events in this thing, and actually, who knows, might even try to do scene 4. I might show that at the end of the video. That way you guys can see how fast it can do it. I mean, a lot of these cars are probably going to be impressive in the fact that they can't... Oh, wait. Top speed run. Hold on. Pause. Hold that thought. 296 miles an hour. Okay, so that's pretty good. The only thing about that, though, is if you guys are racing against something like a Bugatti, most of the time running those cars, I have noticed like the Gendo Dici and stuff like that to actually hit like 306 miles an hour. So a lot of players might be like, well, it's only 10 miles an hour blocked. It can't really matter that much. And in ways, you're probably right. Like, if you're just regularly, like, racing, then sure, probably isn't going to make that much of a difference. But if you are racing in PvP and stuff like that, 10 miles an hour really does make a difference. Kind of insane, to be honest. Now, one thing I also have to point out, the back of this car reminds me of the, I think it's the Pagani Chingwei. Is that how you say that? That car was in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010. Love that thing. Absolutely love that car. My goodness. And it really does remind me of that, like, a lot. And I'm guessing the Utopia was designed to kind of bring back, like, the heritage of Pagani. And, man, did they nail it. This car is just beautiful, guys. Also, did not even go in first-person mode yet before jumping into a race. Man, the fact that you can actually see the gear changes there is so cool. I love that they actually did that. You know what's insane is a lot of cars don't even have that in the game. Like a lot of them, you don't even know where gear you're in half the time, which is kind of unfortunate. Also, there's a timer in the car, so if you guys are looking to do some challenges, have this thing as like a favorite, go back to the car you actually have to run there would be pretty dope. Currently 540, sun going down here in Oahu. Gotta love how the lighting in this game looks. Nonetheless, guys, let's jump into a race and see how it performs. Also, running pro settings, of course. I did figure though, why not do the race here in one of the main highway events? That way I can test out like the actual like high speed handling of it. And also going against the lovely AI along the way, which is always fun. Yeah, everyone crashed on the first turn. Nice. That dude legit would have took me out with him if he crashed like that. My goodness. Come here, Don. Boy. He's in a Koenigsegg. Okay, chill, Mona. Goodness. Oh, I can't turn. So I have to say right off the bat, guys, I do like the way this car feels. Like, it's very stable. It doesn't feel like it's going to lose itself like some cars do. Like, I wouldn't say it's bad in that aspect. Sure, it could probably use some tweaks in, like, the pro settings and stuff like that, but then again, some of this actually feels decent. Like, I threw random pro settings on this car to see what it can do, and wow, it actually turns. Like, it's not struggling. Kind of odd. Now, one thing I did notice, though, is that top speed going to hurt at 296 compared to, like, 306. If you're doing a race like this one, an extra 10 miles an hour is going to help you. And if you are racing against Bugattis and they're slipstreaming or something like that, then, yeah, you're most likely going to be taken to Utopia. Yeah, I've really got to stop with these jokes, don't I? But nonetheless, guys, I do like the way this car does feel. It isn't going to be like a crazy feeling hypercar like some of them are kind of wonky, or like you drive in, you're like, yeah, I'm not really feeling this thing. Everybody is going to love the Utopia. This thing feels absolutely incredible. Really love the way the car looks. Plus, the engine sound in this car is probably one of my favorites in the game so far, not even kidding. That twin-turboed AMG motor sounds absolutely incredible. Legit sounds like a V12 too. Maybe put this thing against like the Gordon Murray car and see which one sounds better. Might have to do that, even though I think Pagani might end up taking it. And one of the craziest things for me, though, is I have seen a few Wairos in real life, even BCs, and my goodness, guys, like, they are such beautiful cars. I can legit sit there and basically have lunch with it and just stare at it. Like, it is legit a work of art, and I feel like the Utopia definitely lives up to that. I hope to see one in real life. You know, I guess all of us, was that the same car? Like, 5 times right there? That was legit like the same car, spawning back to back. Oh, look, there's another one. Gotta love it. Nonetheless, guys, I have to say right now, this is probably going to be a car everybody is going to end up buying. Not even kidding, this thing is absolutely insane. I love it. Definitely recommend getting that bundle, and I am a terrible driver. Funnily enough, ran right into a Camaro. Gotta love when that happens. For some reason, I always run into Chevys and Fords. Not really sure why that is. But nonetheless, guys, I do feel like the Utopia here is probably going to be a fairly popular vehicle. Again, I don't think there's going to be a racing game with it, so seeing this thing in Motorfest is probably going to be pretty dang incredible, having a brand new Pagani in the game. Also, let me know right now in the comments below, guys, what is your favorite Pagani? It could be any of them. Zonda R, Zonda F, could be the Chingwei, could be the Utopia here, could be a Huayra, something. Any of them, honestly. What is going to be your favorite Pagani ever? For me, I really don't know. I'd probably have to say the Chingwei from Hot Pursuit. And then for me, though, the second car on the list is probably going to be the Pagani Huayra BC. That thing is just gorgeous. After seeing a few different specs in real life, I honestly just can't stop looking at it. Love the way that car looks. Then, you know what? Probably have to add the Utopia for the third one. Loving the way this car looks. Plus, it is a 7-speed manual V12. Like, how can you not like it, honestly? Like, imagine shifting through the gears in this thing. Probably absolutely incredible. Overall, though, guys, I guess you could say for me this car is definitely a 10 out of 10. Even though it only does around 296 for a top speed, I don't think it hurts it. Even with the current pro settings on the car, it handles great, sounds absolutely incredible, and I would definitely say it is easily worth it.